Hello and welcome to Illumino IT's channel. Welcome to today's video, which is going to show you all about an underused feature in Excel, which is the navigation panel. So without further ado, let's go straight into the demo. Here we are in our spreadsheet and we've got our populations sheet here. We've also got some other sheets, as you can see down here at the bottom. So we've got capitals, pivot table, a chart, and we've got just sheet 3, which is empty here, just to demonstrate how they come up in the navigation pane. How do we get to the navigation pane? Well, we have to look up here on the toolbar. We need to click on the View tab up here, and then within the ribbon bar, you can see right in the center here, we've got our navigation button. Let's click on navigation to see what this does. So click on navigation, and you can see that it's opened up on the right-hand side a navigation pane where we can see initially all of our sheets here. So let's have a look at these. So we've got populations, capitals, the pivot table, the chart, and the sheet 3, and they're all in the order that they are in here on the bottom of the workbook. What we can do then is we can start opening up some of these. So if we open up the populations sheet, we can see that it's showing us where there's data within this sheet. So here's a data range. Let's click on there. There we go. So it's selected all of this data range. So it goes from A1 to F15. And there's another data range in the population sheet. Let's click on this one. And that one is just this single cell here, which is in B17. Moving along, if we go into our capitals sheet, then we can see that there's one table within capitals. There we go. Here's the table. Let's click on this table. That will select the whole table for us. As this is a table, also we can right click on it and we can rename that table. So let's rename this to capitals countries. There we go. So this table has now been updated. So if I go to table design, you can see that the table name is updated there. So we've got something which is more representative of the data within this table. Heading down to the pivot table sheet, you can see again, there's one pivot table within there. I can get straight to the worksheet by just clicking on the pivot table within the navigation, which is great as well. It takes me straight to that worksheet, and you can see it selected the pivot table for me. Again, with pivot tables also, we can rename those. So let's change this to, so this is a count of the types of region within those countries. Again, moving on, we'll go to the chart, and you can see that within the chart we have two items here. One is the chart, which has been created, which is the count of country by main language. You can see here that Spanish is by far the biggest one, but also when I created this chart, the pivot table was created in order to be the base data for this chart. And finally, we can see that sheet 3 is completely empty. There's nothing in there. So in the navigation pane, nothing is showing up as we would expect. If we started typing some test data in here, then we can see that immediately within the navigation pane, this has been picked up and there's now data within this range, or in this case within this cell, because it's just one cell. If we added something else here and change there. So after a slight delay, we can see that this has now picked up the fact that this is a range and goes from C3 to D3. So if you keep getting lost in your Excel spreadsheets and you're trying to find tables, you're trying to find pivot tables, you're trying to find maybe charts also, all within different worksheets, then the best way for you to find all those is to go to the navigation pane. That will show you what you have on each of your sheets. And also you can easily rename those tables then in order to make them even easier to find. Okay, thanks for joining us today, and we hope that was useful for you. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you found it useful, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye.